know there's a lot of 1911 guys out there. One of the most popular firearms on the planet and growing. These guns are top sellers all the time. But one of the biggest downsides to a 1911 is that standard frame 1911s do not have a rail. They do not have a place to put a light, a laser, or anything you may want to affix to a Picatinny type rail. Well, a new company called Recover Tactical has solved that problem. Check this out. They've come up with the simplest and most effective way to add a rail to your 1911. Very easy installation, no gunsmith required. We're going to time this thing to see how long this takes. Gun is empty, safe to work on, clock is started. The first thing you do is, of course, to remove the old 1911 grips. This can be done with a standard 3/32 Allen wrench, which will fit most of your screws on your 1911 grips. Remove both side grips, and then simply put the left and right side high-grade polymer panels of the Recover Tactical onto your 1911 and reapply with the same Allen screws that you removed from the original grips. Now, did I mention that the Recover Tactical rail system was designed by the same person who designed the IWI Tavar? Yeah, that's right, it's meant to work. Now, there are two more small nuts and screws that you have to install right in front of the trigger guard and right below the old dust cover where the rail system is. And just like that, we're done installing the Recover Tactical rail system without a gunsmith in just under 3 minutes and 23 seconds. Now your 1911 has a nice, new, beefy, modern look to it. But how does it shoot? At the range, this thing functioned flawlessly. I like the thickness of the grip. I felt like I had a little bit more to hold on to. 45 round is not that aggressive anyway, but still, I felt like the gun fit better in my hand. Men with larger hands are probably going to like this grip a little bit better because, again, it fills in space within your hand. Now, with the 80 grams that this thing weighs, obviously weight is not an issue, but I was curious about the overall size of it. How much did it increase the size of the gun, length or width? This was a little bit surprising to me. Gripping the gun, obviously I could tell that by adding the Recover Tactical grips, that this thing actually was thicker in my hand. It was a little bit bigger, which was good for me because I have a little bit larger hands, and it actually seemed to fit a little bit nicer. So we measured the size of the gun, and I was a little bit shocked. The overall width of it, this thing is actually more narrow than your standard grips. At 1.35 inches, the width of the gun with the Recover Tactical grips was only 1.28 inches. Well, that didn't make sense to me because clearly this thing felt bigger in my hand. So we checked the overall length of the grip to see what that measured. Well, the old grip without anything wrapping around it was 2.008. And with the Recover Tactical was 2.046. That's where we got the difference in size, not the width of the grip, but the actual length of the grip. And again, it fit my hand really nice. It took up a little bit extra space where I had somewhat of a gap, or at least where my fingers tended to wrap around a little bit more to the other side of the grip. When I got back home, I actually put this Recover Tactical rail mount system on one of my other 1911s permanently, and also grabbed one of my Laser Max Micro rail mount lasers and put on this thing for good. This was going to be something I was going to leave around the house. This was cool. This was a nice little setup. Felt very comfortable in my hand, and now I was ready. This was a good self-defense option for me. The lines in the molding, they seem to be put in just the right places. Seem to enhance the grip a little bit. Really like this thing. Very easy to hold on to. Did not seem any different once I started firing. Again, the gun actually seemed like it fit my hand a little bit better. I really like this Recover Tactical rail mount system.